No, two.
Hey, lovely. Next time I'm going to a little bit better, but you get it's all about practice, okay?
Senate inquiry instead. A Senate inquiry, please.
That's coming,
Yeah.
that's coming. Okay, well look, I'd like to introduce you here. He's right beside me, so I'll hand it over to Luke, please. That's great. And this is David Proud for putting, giving this some prominence, but the real thank you and acknowledgement goes to you, Katie, and all of you who have travelled here today. That's what we're here for, to give you a voice, no matter where, when you're getting done over, we need to be here, and that's it's a proud moment for me as a representative. Listen, I will not stand by while my people are sacrificed at the altar of ideology and renewable stupidity with Anastasia Palaszczuk, her clown sidekick Chris Bowen and Albanese while they take to my people. It's not going to happen. It's stupidity on a grand scale. We've got this pumped hydro project in the billions of dollars. Yes, the Labor Party's first bid is at $14 billion. You can double it. You can double it. And that's not even including the power line. That's not including the actual stupidity. It is absolute madness. And you know what? You know what's paying the bills at the moment? Farmers. Farmers are paying the bills and the resources sector. And you see what this government's doing to the resources sector? They're actually acting more like standover merchants, trying to take away the business that's paying for everything at the moment. That's what they're doing. They're threatening to take away leases. They're increasing costs. This is money that's paying for our schools and will be paying for it. But you know what they're going to come after? When they walk away and the golden goose is laying the eggs and the golden eggs is going to go, they're coming after your money. That's what's going to pay for it. When that runs out, they've already changed the superannuation to tax you more. They said they weren't, but they're going to, and they have. They're going to come after the stage 3 tax cuts. That'll be next, mark my words, and as sure as night follows day, the Spring Labor Union will pay for this madness with inheritance tax. It will be next. I can tell you that. Now listen, they've set the scene. They've convinced people that the world is coming to an end. And that is worrying. When you convince people that this is an existential problem, anything is on the table. And what you're seeing now is the very beginning. Sacrifice a few to save the many. That's what this is all about. But ultimately, it will get everyone. You will get everyone because this sort of economic, social, and environmental recklessness eventually brings us all down. Now, I'm really lucky that I've got local people and Kate McCallum's come down today to speak and to tell them the personal stories and a bit more, granular on our local issues. So please give a big warm welcome to my local friend Katie McCallum. Thank you.
Yeah, g'day everybody. My name's Katie McCallum. I come from Kilpeeman, which is a picturesque country town in Western Sydney. I'm sure many of you know where it is, and hopefully many of you have driven through it. So I relocated my entire family to Kilpeeman about 7 years ago. I bought 880 acres of land specifically to raise my family there so they could born that we have all walks of life of people in Kilpeeman. We've got cattle farmers, we've got hobby farmers, we've got tree changers, we've got wineries, we've got young families, we've got old families, we've got everybody. But the one common thing that we all hold that really shows we raise our families in homes in Kilpeeman districts. It's no different than any person anywhere in this great state who has chosen a place where they want their home to be. But in December last year, the Queensland government-owned corporation called Powerland, they came along and they started threatening our home. They started to tell people that there was a chance district every single day. I can't begin to tell you about the mental and the emotional effort that the people in my home district went through when they found out that their multi-generational properties, their houses, the $1 million forever homes they had just bought, are possibly about to have gigantic power towers with 60 metre square foot trees planted within 100 metres of their kitchen window. Absolutely disgusting. But what do when they're facing these things? They call a town meeting. So we called a town meeting and we developed the Kilkeeman Action Group. And we now know that we have a marathon fight on our hands at the moment. But when you are doing something as important as defending your home, defending the backyard that your children are meant to be able to grow up in a healthy manner, there is no choice. But there is more to this. Who is defending the home of the wildlife and the vegetation that live along the 1 kilometre corridor, which is about to be obliterated by bulldozers and excavators and graders? I can't bring the koalas and the macrozonians who finds with me today. They don't have a voice. They have no choice in what is about to happen to them. I drive up Black Snake Road to get home every single day. And I drive directly through the 1 kilometre zone where the power line will be installed. I have to stop that car, and my daughter, who's here and vouch for this, we stop. In fact, sometimes we skid and screech because there's a koala, a quoll, a phascogale, a brush-tail wallaby, a swamp wallaby, a wedge-tail eagle. We had to stop for 4 of them the other day in the exact zone where this power line will come through. None of these animals' homes will survive this project. And even if they did, once these power lines are in place, none of those wedge-tailed eagles, all of them, dozens of mating pairs that live in the national park nearby, will survive when they hit the behemoth towers and lines that the government is about to install in our backyards. After all, the Queensland Government lists on their information leaflet about eagles, one of its biggest killers each year in this state is overhead power lines. And they're about to stick 100-metre high ones in their homes. Who's going to save the eagles, the wedge-tailed eagles? So I say to you all, we need to get our message out. We need to have a voice about this matter. And recently, we had Lou O'Brien and David Hickau come out to Kilkeeman. It was the biggest glimpse of hope that we've ever had. Because the message that David gave before about pressing pause on these projects until correct studies are done, until alternatives are looked at, is the biggest hope that we have. We need a Senate inquiry. We need a Senate inquiry to save the homes of the people I love who live in Kilkeevan district. We need it now, and we need to all stand up for it. Yes.
Well, I'm Tony. That's from the heart. That was unbelievable. But look, so just to keep this away, they want to get their arms up in the air again. So how about it? 3 of them. No to reckless renewables. No to reckless renewables. No to reckless renewables. Stop. Okay. So then we'll ask for Doug Kennedy. So Youngler. Hello everyone. I've got 3 minutes, so I'll make it pretty quick. Thanks everyone for coming out. I'll just read a bit of a story I've written down about what's being put upon us up in Youngler community. From the heart, hello Brisbane, Youngler. September last year I received a letter in the mail informing me that my farm was to be resumed by the world's largest pumped hydro scheme. All concluded and backed by a desktop study that writes our entire state's energy. That's right, our entire state's energy grid and $12 million investment all backed by a desktop study. That night our local community watched the Premier's announcement. This is going ahead, she said. Only a few cane and cattle farms would be affected. True leadership, she cited. With no environmental, geological, hydrological studies, this is going ahead. This state government gave no notice to the community. There There was no consultation with the traditional owners, community or local members, but still this is going ahead. Sounds very similar to Traveston Dam. History repeats. That night our family sat down together to rationalise what our situation might look like. My 6-year-old daughter said, "Dad, promise me you'll stop them taking our farm and killing our animals." So what's a dad to do? So here I am today to make a stand for my family, my community, and the animals that don't have a voice. The people of Youngla are deeply rooted to our rainforest. The traditional owners once buried the elders, the upper ridges and Aboriginal caves exist to the bottom. This is a special place for a Queensland This is a special place in Queensland, a transitional zone from the north to the south, where platypus and endemic animals thrive. A true wonder of the world, the jewels of the crown of our region. Currently, environmental estimates have indicated that there are 20 platypus to the square kilometre in the footprint of the dam. All protected under federal EPBC and state nature conservation acts currently. The supportive range is already subjected to landslides. The area is aquified and currently ongoing studies indicate the artesian waters. Natural springs are all over this mountain and only takes a common rain event to see landslides and slips occurring on our range. This is extremely dangerous idea to build this system on an already compromised range with thousands of people living downstream in Mackay. If the dam wall failed, the impact would be catastrophic. I asked the question to the government on Great Queensland Hydro, who will be liable if the range collapse due to operational construction damage? I'm still waiting on an answer. This scheme has no place in Youngla region, which is one of the most significant ecological systems in the world. The location of the dam on this watershed is a watershed of two major catchments. Water that flows from the north starts the Birmingham River, and to the south the Lewis River in Australia, the Pioneer River. These two water systems run directly to the Great Barrier Reef. If built, the pump hydro system will completely clear all rainforest and animal habitat in its path. The water will be pumped up and down on a 36-hour cycle, transforming our beautiful tidal lands, mesh and mud flats will be left in its place. This will cause erosion and sedimentation and greatly affect water quality in downstream national parks and connected river systems. The dam will not be sealed to the bottom, so this will increase the water table below, increasing the likelihood of landslides. I'm signalling a red flag to the rest of the world. This system, if built, will have major impact on our environment. The rainforest is our natural cooling system. It makes no sense to destroy the environment to save it. The technology is planned in the wrong. This technology is planned in the wrong location, but they won't listen. It's going ahead. The billions of our money and resources should be better spent developing technology that will safeguard our energy future without costing the earth. So what will happen to our platypus that has existed for millions of years? What will happen to our waterways that will run dry? What will happen to the Lewis River in Australia and the Great Barrier Reef? The answer for Queensland Hydro, as per usual, we don't know. What's the next location? Or the third? Will that location wipe out platypus strongholds, rainforest, impact running water systems that feed the Great Barrier Reef? They won't tell us. And what is the design life of this pump hydro system? 100 years. What an absolute disgrace. 100 years of energy production. This is not green and it's not renewable. The only thing green about this authorised government scam is the cash in their hands. Have a look at Snowy 2, an absolute disaster. The future.
Hey!
So what do we do with all this anger and frustration and mental anguish that we have been subjected to? We watch our beautiful mountain get drilled from top to bottom without a full environment assessment. What do we do as the bulldozers come in to kill the blood healing and clear the coral habitat from the top of the box straight to the bottom? What do we do until, what do? We unite. We rise because we know in our hearts that this land is worth fighting for our children. This is not my rainforest, the Great Barrier Reef. This belongs to all Australians, as we belong to it. Thank you. Special guest today. This guy's come up from the New South Wales Victoria border. His name's James Goodman. He's been fighting this